Dogs, how are we, man? What's up, Bilal? Good to see you, brother. You are first, Bilal, and therefore you're the best. The first in, the best dressed, Bilalathan. How are you, Bobby Mays? Beautiful man, Bobby Mays. My favorite name to say in the entire chat, Bobby Mays. What's up, Justin Kennedy? Or at least one of them. How are you, man? What's your favorite slur, guys? Let's start off with our favorite slurs, shall we? It's not a good slur unless it ends with an ER. It's very true. It should be a thing. You manifested the shirt. I mean, it wasn't hard to call, Bilal. It is a 40-degree day in Melbourne today. The apartment is stinking hot from yesterday. How are you, Sus Pasture? Good to see you, you insane human being. How are you, man? Acknowledge Sus Pasture. I always acknowledge you, Sus Pasture. You're also one of the chat members, aren't you? You are a member of the chat, aren't you, Sus Pasture? No shirt, Dougie. I love you, Bobby, mate. Can we all just calm down about the shirt thing? It's just summer in Australia, and my apartment's hot. Okay, it's just summer. It's not a hickey. I was just scratching it before the stream started. It was just an itch. It's not a hickey. It's not that weird. It's just summer. Dougie, he got 3 more viewers without the shirt and hasn't worn one. So I had a shirt on yesterday. We had a shirt yesterday. Yesterday wasn't as hot. Today's very hot. How are you, Mitch? Good to see you. Yeah, it's already warm here. It's not even 10 a.m. It's fucking boiling here already below. It's insane, dude. It's insane. So I'm very excited to get... You know what? I might not even go to the beach. Honestly, might not even go to the beach. Might go down for a quick dip. But I've got all the windows in the apartment closed. I've got the air conditioner blasting in the living room and in the bedrooms and down the hallway. I've got 2 air conditioners blasting. I've got a cup of ice. 40 degrees even is too hot for the beach, man. Impression of Mackenzie Dern. Getting a festering UTI. It hurts. It hurts. Dougie, what do you call an all... Alright. That's disgusting. Too smelly and funny. It's been autumn for me this entire time because there's no winter in Vancouver, Canada. Feels like autumn for 2 seasons and then spring. That's awesome, dude. I love autumn. Autumn is one of my favorite seasons. Going out into the forest and camping in the van during autumn, I absolutely love it, man. So that's sick as, Mitch. That's nice, dude. Impression of me? No, Sus Pasture. Enough. Will we still have to get DC on this list? We do have to fit DC onto this list somewhere. It's going to be horrible. It's almost too hot for the beach. Yeah, it's like I'll go down to the beach and I'll swim, but I won't hang out at the beach. You know what I mean? Like when I heat up, I'll just walk into the water neck deep and just soak until I cool down and then come up to the apartment. Dougie made himself a hickey. No, it was just an itch. It was just an itch. Why did you listen? I'm not doing it to listen to Bilal. It's hot. It's summer. It's hot. What do you want from me? Am I on the right website? You're on the right website, Justin Kennedy. All right. Early stop. It was an early stop. Right. Let's get to the bloody list. There's no news today. By the way, I've made a video. There is going to be a video coming out after this, but there's really no breaking news that we need to discuss. DC is in Thailand, absolutely confirmed. They are filming the Russian Tough. Await clips of that madness. That's going to be great. James Lynch did a great video this morning. The Canadians are now just realizing that they're not actually part of America, therefore they still have pay-per-view. The English are starting to realize that they're not part of America and they still have pay-per-view. The world is starting to realize that this big message that's been pushed by the UFC of no more pay-per-views ever is only for North Americans. Everyone else around the world is starting to tack on to what I've been screaming about for the last 3 months. And that's all we're at to, man. Gaethje said he's 100%. We're good. If Gaethje says he's 100% okay, Gaethje says he's 100% okay. We're fine. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Dougie has I have a staph infection on my neck. Dougie wanted to take off. All right, Bilal, stop it. Dougie, do you salt the nuts? I have salted nuts. I think that's just because of the amount of time that I spend in the ocean, though. I'll be praying for you. Thank you too, Smelly. I appreciate it. Bilal is bricked up. Yep, Bilal is. What's up, Noob Cake? I don't remember you. Where are you from, Noob Cake? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. I'm not sure where you're from, Noob Cake, but welcome. My name is Dougie, and we do all sorts of fun things on Dougie's Corner, like going through the 30 best fighters of all time, which is what we shall be getting back into thusly today, Noob Cake. So welcome to the channel, my friend. If DC agreed to the Russian one, why would the UFC just book them for tough? Money! Justin Kennedy, money. They'll be getting paid millions and millions of dollars, and the UFC ain't going to be paying them for that bullshit. UFC ain't paying them millions of dollars for tough. But the Russians, this is very obviously just a money laundering scheme, so they're happy to go for it. Morning, Moody Wizard. How are you, brother? It is bloody hot today, isn't it? It is bloody hot. What's up, MMA Dinger? How bloody hot is it, Adelaide? Mate, how bloody hot is it? It's bloody hot, mate. I'll tell you what, all the Aussies are talking to each other today going, mate, it's fucking hot today, isn't it? Mate, it is fucking hot today, isn't it? So, today's a day for just sitting on the couch and sinking tinnies. Man, I love Gaethje in big fights. It's always so fun. It's going to be a sick start to the Paramount Era Mitchathon. I agree. You're from Nashville. Well, shout out to Nashville. Stand up, Nashville. You gotta use that discernment, brother. All right? Ain't nobody gonna touch my sister but me. Ain't no one dating my sister. If anyone's gonna be dating my sister, I'll be dating my sister. Thank you very much. Shout out to Nashville, brother. Who is the super grayed out guy? I don't know. I don't know, mate. We all get shirtless and compare nipples on this channel. That's what we do. It's actually not an MMA channel. It's a nipple comparison channel. The UFC would make bank from a DC versus Jones season. I don't think they would, brother. I don't think anyone would buy a DC versus Jones season of Tough. I don't think anyone would bother watching it. Certainly not $10 million, which is probably what... DC's probably getting like $3 million, $4 million. Jones is probably getting like $3 or $4 million. That's $6 million. The fucking Tough is not bringing in $6 million plus dollars, man. Oz is going to be melting this week. I know, seriously, if you are in regional Australia, like, have your fire plan ready to go. What's up, MMA Master? How are you? UFC 12355. What's up, James Dillon? How are you, man? Dougie got the twink hickey. I don't have a hickey. It's just an itch. It's just an itch. I just scratched my neck. Nashville is in Tennessee, Doug, not Arkansas. Same thing, really, isn't it? It's all really the same place, you know. That's disgusting, MMA Master. Intro music is still on, you mad fool. Oh my god, it is. I'm an idiot. Thank you, Nacho. We're well past the intro. Thank you. They wouldn't make any money off that, so no one's watching Tough anymore. That's what I think Davidson Figueiredo's fan page. Yuri Falls Zollberg 100%. Yes, Mitch! Fucking yes, Mitch! Yuri and Zollberg. Yes! Justin got staffed for the WWE plotline. Armin is going to redeem himself with a few days short notice. I'll leave that for today's video. I made a joke about that in today's video, Justin Kennedy. Check it out in an hour and a half after the stream. Oil up the like button? No, you'll oil up the like button. Are you taking your shirt off for black men again? If there's any here, I don't know. We haven't seen Junior here yet. At least wear MMA gloves if you're going to stream with no shirt on. I don't understand what is so shocking about this. Every time it's summer and I take my shirt off, this happened in the van as well. Every time it's hot outside, it's hot in the apartment, all right? I live in an upstairs apartment with big giant windows that lots of sun comes through. It's hot, okay? It's hot. I take my shirt off to cool down. I've got a fan pointed at my balls. I've got the air conditioner on. I'm trying to cool down. We all watch a show, UFC, when no one ever wears a shirt and no one gives a fuck about that. But the second I do it, it's all of a sudden a big bloody deal. Dougie was playing strip poker earlier. I was. Is number 30 Hendo? Hendo's not going to stay it. Remove Funkmaster. Funkmaster has to stay there. Here he is, one of them. I will cry real tears as Allberg stands over Yuri's unconscious life form. Yuri will leave Allberg palms up. Believe it, brother. How are you, Rob's neighbor? Good to see you, mate. I hope that you've been well. Boys, Rob's neighbor makes such a wholesome motorbiking channel. You must check it out. Recent videos, Yamaha 600, Suzuki 500, and two 600cc engines, all for $300. Are you still making content, Rob's neighbor? What's going on, brother? Why have we been behind? A month ago, 2 months ago, what's going on, mate? You keep on that grind. You're at 1.1k subs. You keep on that grind, Rob's neighbor. You keep on that grind, brother. Do not stop making videos, dude. Nice one, man. Enjoy, brother. Shout out to Rob's neighbor. If you guys like wholesome motorbiking content, enjoy Rob's neighbor. Dougie has got no black... I don't have any fans. I don't have fans. We're just the boys that watch MMA. We're just the boys. Dougie is so jacked to stop it. His balls is hot. What's up, Dark Light Delirium? How are you, man? Good to see you, dude. Do you always talk about fighting? It's literally the only thing we talk about is MMA. This is an MMA channel. We talk only about MMA, and we sprinkle on a little bit of right-wing politics and misogyny. But it's mainly MMA with a healthy dollop of misogyny. Yuck, lad! Being in an apartment would be AIDS in this... Yeah, it is. That's why I'm dressed like this with a giant fan on my balls. You know? You're not a fighter, Dougie. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Look at them clabs. Sorry we don't look at the dudes with no shirt off when we have to. Notice the fighters put their shirts on after the fight. It's hot! It's hot! How are you, Darklight? Good to see you. I've been doing a lot of live streams. All right, sounds good, Rob's neighbor. Enjoy the live streams. What's up, 666? Good to see you, man. Don't forget racism. I actually don't engage in the racism. You guys do the racism. I actually steer away from the racism. You're the racist ones. I keep reminding you guys that a whole bunch of white Christians were locked on the same island for 800 years, and all you guys did was kill each other. Racism isn't your problem. The government is. But you guys seem to just lock down on the racism part. I'm getting my own Roku channel. I'll be on your TV soon. That's sick, Darklight. That's awesome, man. What's the channel going to be about? It is intense, Noob Cake. He's not completely naked. He's wearing a hat. That's true. I'm sitting here on a chair with a hat on. So at least we've got that. You're homophobic enough for it to count as racism? I'm not homophobic at all. I let them do whatever they want. In the privacy of their own homes. Just not on the streets or in the schools. I'm not homophobic, nor am I racist. However, I do say slurs. Often and liberally. And quite frankly, I've been worried that I am just going to drop a hard one on the stream because it's becoming more and more of my daily vernacular. Undies and thongs type of wear Adlay. It's undies and thongs Adlay. Not even in the undies, mate. I'm not racist. Okay. I went on Fraction after New Year's, but I'm locked back in with my favorite twink pounder. Okay, it's not right. All right. Okay. All right. That's enough. Data mine the stereotype. Enough. Let us move on to the next person on our list. So for those of you who are new here, just jumping into the stream, I am seeing a few new faces, 1 or 2 new faces. Noob Cake, you're a new face. I'm seeing you, Noob Cake. You're a new face. And Adlay Bro, you're not in here too often. MMA Dinger, you're not in here too often either. This is my top 30 UFC fighters of all time. Not MMA fighters, UFC fighters. This is how we're breaking down the criteria. What skills did you have to amass how many quality wins to build yourself what kind of a legacy? And we are avoiding the Lucas Tracy fallacy, which is that modern era fighters are so good that there's no point even looking at old era fighters. The modern era fallacy being, of course, that Alex Pereira won 2 titles and got a speed running record in the UFC with just kickboxing. Yuri and DDP exist. Pantoja was a taxi driver when he won the belt. Ilya Arturo has literally never thrown a low kick. Tim Elliott is still having success in 2025. There are just plethoras and plethoras of examples to show the Lucas Tracy fallacy, which we will not be falling for. Lucas Tracy's lighter man skill might be the greatest thing he has ever brought to MMA. However, Lucas Tracy, modern era fighters, is as damaging as DC wrestling control time counts for anything. Joe Rogan, Benson Henderson created low kicks. It's one of the worst things he's ever done to the MMA community is coming up with the modern era fighter Lucas Tracy fallacy. So we will be avoiding that as we deep dive further and further into our top 30 list. Let me read some chats now that the chat has had a chance to spaz out. I hope we've enjoyed our little spaz out chat. Where am I up to? Same shit I post on YouTube, except I'll actually get paid for it and get exposure. It'll just cost more than my mortgage, $350 a month. Oh, goddamn. So you're paying to be on Roku? Wait, they're paying you, right? It'll just cost more than my... I'll actually get paid for it, but it'll cost... I'm not sure how this works. Remember to use the hard R when you say the hard R. I always do. Is the stream consistently freezing for anybody else? Apparently it does it for Eric every now and then. I don't know really anything about UFC. Well, welcome, Noob Cake. You'll learn a lot on this channel. Dougie adopted a few... Okay, all right. I know Conor McGregor. There you go, Noob Cake. At least you know Conor McGregor. You really are a noob, aren't you? Base Dark Lights. I get the name now. Fucking hell, fair effort, eh? Thanks, Dinger. Appreciate it, mate. Ilya hasn't thrown high kicks, I thought. Remember him throwing... Oh, that's right. He hasn't thrown a kick above the body. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. My narcissism requires more exposure. I know exactly what you mean, Dark Light. I'm the same. Dougie has staff without the training. It's a scratch. It skipped me a second ago. Well, I'm sorry too, Smelly. Remember when Aljo and Mobzar had the best grappling match inside the octagon? High-level exchanges and scrambling. I do. I'm actually watching Mobzar Evloev versus Arnold Allen on my little off-screen here right now, BBC Junior. I do remember that fight. You also know John Jones? Well, that's someone. You're getting there. You'll get there. You'll understand MMA soon enough. Who shall we tackle next? We've done Steepy. Is it time for Jose Aldo, since his name is right in front of me? Or do we do Matt Hughesathan? Khabib, Aldo, or Matt Hughesathan? Who do we go after? Yeah, that clip has been circling around on Twitter. Ew. Ew. Does John Jones fight DC on the White House card? Absolutely not. Zero chance of that happening. No fucking way. Let's have a look. Hughes! The chat says Hughes. We will do Hughes next. Matt Hughes will be the next victim of whatever it is that we are doing here. Matt Hughesathan will be our next victim of whatever the fuck we're doing here. Matt Hughes! Survived being hit by a train. Matt Hughes, images. The great and powerful Matt Hughes, folks. People forget, man. Matt Hughes, he was a goat. One of the goats, man. People forget. All right, Matt Hughesathan. Here we go. One Matthew Hughes. Bring him in, set him up. Let me read some chats, laddie. I'll read some chats and then we'll do Matt Hughes, laddie. Oh no, I've made the entire chat the whole screen, laddie. I've really fucked up now, laddie. Hang on, laddie. I pay for the channel, but I'll also be getting paid subscriptions from people, so the subscriptions will end up paying for the cost of the channel. That's awesome, Darklight. What a cool setup over there on Roku. I like that, man. That's nice, dude. I just joined the stream and I see a shirtless dog again. It's fucking hot. It's hot, Super Gamer. Khabib has a weak resume. Khabib does have a weak resume. He'll be very low on the list. Hughes, we've been saying for 3 days. We'll finally do Matt Hughes today. Is Gene Silver a top 10? Not even fucking close. Not even close. Remove Khabib. We'll put Khabib in there somewhere. Dana himself said he doesn't want to put Jones there. Yeah, Jones isn't going to be there. Old man Stippy. Old man Stippy. We did Old man Stippy yesterday. Where is Old man Stippy? Stippy actually has an insane record. 6 title wins. 5 legend wins, the heavyweight GOAT, took 1 round off John Jones in his 40, Mark Hahn, Andrei Arlovski, Phil DeFries, Alistair Overeem, Daniel Cormier twice, Francis Ngannou, Junior Dos Santos, and Fabricio Werdum. Old man Stipe did really fucking well, and we ended up putting Old man Stipe up above Chuck Liddell, but just behind BJ Penn is where we put Old Man Stipe. It was a great time. It was a great time, but now we are on to finally Mattathan Hughes. Gene Silva is the second fighting nerd after Ruffy to move up in the rankings after being finished. The rankings mean fucking nothing anymore. They don't mean anything. How can you move up the rankings after you've been finished? I don't know, brother. Matt wanted to test himself against a taint, survived a train. Imagine seeing John and DC working for the Russian organization would leave a sour taste in the UFC's mouth. Seems conveniently well timed for the merger into Paramount too. I don't think so, Dinger. I don't think so, Adley. I don't think so, mate. Because the UFC aren't going to pay DC and John Jones to do a season of Tough. That's just way too much money. So if they aren't going to pay for it, they don't really care. And at the end of the day, it builds up John Jones more. It builds up DC more. And DC's on commentary for the UFC. And it keeps it's like Guru with the clip channels. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to do the work of clipping his shit, but it keeps Guru in the zeitgeist. If the Russians want to keep paying for MMA fighters in the UFC to be on television and to talk about the UFC and to drive hype for the UFC, but the UFC doesn't have to pay them, this is an absolute fucking win for the UFC. A huge win for them. And it's not like DC's ever going to fight again, but he is going to continue to be the voice of the UFC. So essentially the Russians are paying for DC to get out there and talked about and drive clicks for the UFC's benefit, mate. Doing all that while being a fighter is, it is true, we should have added that to his list as well, like he's literally a fighter. Mobzar is the uncrowned champ. No, he isn't. Mobzar didn't beat Arnold Allen. Mobzar barely beat Aljamain Sterling. No, he isn't. I know a guy too, he had a bad accent, was in the news. A bad accident, what is it? There you go, Noob Cake, you're not a noob at all, mate. Gene Silver is amazing, that's why everyone loves Silver. That's not really how a sport works, but I guess since we're not watching a sport, yeah, sure. Everyone does love Gene Silver. I see you have Team Fatty, the Baddie, and Gay Cheese at the end of the video. Is that for the picks? I see you. Yes, that is for the picks. Yeah. Wait, is the video out now? Whoa. Has my video already dropped? No, it should be on private. Today's video should be privated. It is privated. You're talking about yesterday's video. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, brother. I get it. I get it, brother. Matt Hughes versus Carlos Newton is a classic. The Slam KO. Oh, I don't remember it, and I just watched back Matt Hughes' career recently. Paddy's resume lost to a 35-year-old Gordon, 38-year-old Tony, 37-year-old Bobby Green, 37-year-old Chandler, 37-year-old herpes-ridden, staph-infected Gaethje. I know. He's obviously the champ. He's obviously the number one contender. Paddy Pimblett's clearly the best guy in the division, obviously. Mobzar chugs cock. True. Am I pro cake? You know what? You can be pro cake, noob cake. Sounds like you're really into ass, though. You know, maybe you are into ass. I don't know. I haven't looked at your profile picture. Maybe you're all about it. How are you, Install Driver? Good to see you, man. Just joined. Did you see Bedtime got on the Mighty Cast? Paused it to come listen to the other. Well, Bedtime. Well done, bro. Grinder, mate. Well done to Bedtime MMA. Shout out to him, dude. They abandoned the rankings ever since they boosted... And thank you for being here with me, Install Driver. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, dude. They abandoned the rankings ever since they boosted Pereira to fight Adesanya. Rankings have been obsolete for a while now. I know, but they have been slowly getting worse and worse. But I can agree with that. Junior, absolutely. Dougie versus Bedtime live on Misfits. I think I'd destroy Bedtime. He's so skinny and small. No, Bedtime's a trained fighter. Bedtime beat the fuck out of me. Gene Silver receives 700 shekels every time he puts an Israeli flag out. Tell me about it. Fucking Gene Silver. That makes sense. Cheers for clearing that up. I can't help but speculate things will be different in more ways than one when we come back on in Paramount. Digger, you should check out my video called The UFC is a TV... What is it called? You should check out my video, Dig. UFC fans, welcome to the Paramount era. The UFC is not a sport. It's from 12 days ago. If after this stream, Dig, you go and watch that video, UFC is not a sport. Go enjoy that video. This is the thumbnail, Dig. Go look for that video. UFC fans, welcome to the Paramount era. I think you'll enjoy it. Your mind in that video, I think that's the conversation you want to have right now, brother. Enjoy that video. Dougie, do you train MMA? Have you ever competed? I do not train MMA. No, I've been in a bunch of like street fights and pub fights when I was dumb and young. But that is about it. I don't train MMA. I have friends that do jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and boxing. So I've done some like cardio kickboxing circuits with them at the gym. That is essentially it. That is essentially it. I work for myself as a tradesman. I've seen how badly their bodies are fucked up. And I'm a pussy. And I'm terrified of injuring myself at class and then not being able to go to work the next day. It scares the shit out of me. Then I won't be able to pay for my bills. So that's why I don't train MMA. Bedtime getting Guru sloppy seconds. Disgusting. Does a win over a Hall of Famer count towards resume since Hall of Fame is mostly about impact in the sport, not skill? Not really. I think the way that we've been doing it right now has been pretty good and pretty consistent. How do you turn on an alcoholic chick? You lick her. There you go. Oh, that was disgusting. Mobzar lost to Arnold Allen, Aljo, and Diego Lopez. He did lose to Diego Lopez via the scoring criteria of MMA. That is correct. The Aljo one is close. I'll give him the Aljo one, but he did lose to Arnold Allen and Diego Lopez. Roger that, Adlai. Mobzar got saved from being TKO'd by Allen, and I like Mobzar. He's one of my favorite fighters. Well, you're broke! You're broke! You're broke! I'm sorry that Mobzar is one of your favorite fighters, Juniors, because the UFC fucking hate him. He should go to the PFL. What's up, Troll Star? How are you, mate? We got a shirtless Dougie. Hold on, let me get the oil. Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. MMA Live is a disgusting place full of heathens and degenerates. Matt Hughes, Tapology. Matt Hughes, Tapology. How many title wins has Matt Hughes got in the UFC? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 title wins. Holy shit. Strap in, boys. Strap on in. 9 title wins. That is insane. 9 title wins is insane. How does anyone else? That is insane. Let's do this. Survived a fucking train. Survived a fucking train. That needs to go there as well. That is insane. All right, let's start whipping out some of Matt Hughes' names, shall we? Now we're in. Just keep your hands up and you'll do better than Andrew Tate. I feel you though. I did some boxing and jiu-jitsu when I was younger and after the army. Who's paying for my medical bill? Yeah, I know. Like, so that's the thing, right? So my mate who does jiu-jitsu, his back's gone. Like he popped his back like 6 months into training jiu-jitsu. My friend who does boxing actually got stopped doing boxing by the jab. Once he got the jab during 2021, every time he did cardio, he started coughing up blood, which is horrible. And my Muay Thai mate, he's always in pain. His legs are always in pain. So, yeah. My favorites are Hamzat, Ilya, Arman, Mobza, Silva, Pereira, and others I'm missing. Wow, you got a nice range of fighters in there, Junior. I like that a lot. Mobza, next fight is a PFL fighter. Yeah, Mobza should go to the PFL. The UFC don't want him. Lord and Savior, Gene Silver. Gene Silver. He's shill. The Israeli shill, Gene Silver. People forget, man. He loves Israel, man. And Australian government, so do I. All right, Australian government. So do I. Okay, leave me alone. The next fight after will be another PFL. We just did that one. We did this one. Dougie Strap-on corner. Stop it, Darklight. Indians are envious of this guy. It's true. They can't survive a train to save them life. Those fears are very logical. I want a roof plumber until I completely tore my AC joint. Those fears are very logical. I was a roof plumber until I completely tore my AC joint in my right shoulder. That was 9 months ago. Well, I hope that the recovery went well, Digger. I really do. Yeah, we just see it all the time, right? If you're a tradie, you see it like the boys who play footy. They crash tackle someone too hard. Their fucking neck is gone. You just see it 2 times. So every morning I wake up, I go to the gym, I lift my weights and I stretch and that's it. And also, like, I would say I don't have the time for it, but that's a bit of a bitch cop-out. Like, I do MMA. I do my regular job. I do, like, MMA YouTube, I should say. I do my regular job. I go to the gym every single morning. I live stream, I make videos. Then I have time to see my family. I also like to go camping, and I'm trying to teach myself guitar. There's only so many hours in a day. I don't know how people ever say that they're bored in life. I don't have time to pick up MMA training on the side as well. That's a bit of a bitch cop-out, though, because if you really wanted to do something, you'd make the time to do it. So I'm quite happy to just, like, look you guys in the eye and be like, I'm too scared to hurt myself because I'm worried I won't be able to pay my bills, and that's why I don't train MMA. Coughing up blood, that's scary as fuck. It is scary as fuck, yeah. Dougie, do you shave your chest? I do. All of us will do better than Andrew Tate in a boxing ring. I think Andrew Tate is about the level of a gym bro, yeah. You know why they call almond milk milk? Because nut juice made people uncomfortable. You know, nut juice is disgusting. Just folded on a flush, goddammit. Just folded on a flush. Are you playing blackjack or poker in the Discord? Have you guys noticed we have a Discord gambling channel? I don't know why. I don't know who set that up, but we have a casino in our Discord. The worst part about competing is you have to do all of your medicals. It's tedious. You still have to clock in on Monday. Yeah, that's the, like, I don't know how these guys, shout out to all the guys that do it. I'm not one of them. UFC didn't want him and Mobza doesn't want the UFC. He's inactive as fuck. Yeah, the UFC don't want him. Mobza doesn't really want to fight in the UFC. Just go to the PFL, Mobza. Just fuck off and go to the PFL. Dougie donates his chest hair to underprivileged children with cancer. It's true. How do you think they make up wigs? It's Dougie's chest hair. Remember, get my legs blasted by kicks. Had to show up for work with a limp because I needed the money. And this is the thing, Junior, right? So, like, my friend who does Muay Thai, he works in a crew, like 5 or 6 plasterers. There's people there to pick up the slack. I work for myself. You know, last year when I was sick, I still went to work every single day. There's no one to pick up the slack for me. The plaster needs to go on the fucking walls, and Doug's the only one that can put the plaster on the walls for his company. Dougie works only 8 hours a day. He can't bitch about not... Dougie works only 8 hours a day. He can't bitch about not having time. He can't bitch about not having time. I mean, I don't have time to everything that I want to do. Everything I want to do YouTube. I want to do my work. I want to learn guitar. I want to see my family. You know, I want to go camping. All that shit. You don't feel it in the fight, but it's the days after. Yeah, I can imagine, right? The adrenaline carries you through it, and then after the fight, you're like, fuck me, I'm sore. Dougie's top D. Damn right, bitch. I live camping. I know you live camping, Darklight. I'm very jealous of you. We can go camping in the mountains? No, Trollstar. No. Dougie doesn't stretch. You get... Okay. I'm extremely stiff. Can you post a video teaching? No, One-Eyed King. Welcome to everyone to the channel. I see a few new people here. Welcome, guys. I make MMA content all the time, so subscribe if you haven't. Was playing against Jock and Gaz Ninja on his street. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Shout out to Jock, dude. Andrew Tate boxing is below the level of journeyman. I think anyone in the UFC would beat Tate easily. I think Andrew Tate's level is gym bro level. Gym bro level. You've got no fucking idea what a fight is. You watch fights, so you have an idea what a fight is. You've got me, gym bro level. You think you can fight, but you really can't fight. Just because you go to the gym doesn't mean that you can fight at all. Then you've got amateur fighter. I think Andrew Tate is a level above gym bro, but about amateur fighter. That's where I think he is. Okay, nobody here, no one here's a thing. What's up, Noob Cake? The chat is wild. We haven't even started yet, mate. It gets way worse than this. Literally, after watching the Andrew Tate fight, I was like, bruh, I'll beat you up for 10K and 10K. Literally, just hands up and pressure jab and have more than 3 rounds of cardio. Yeah, essentially, that's how you beat Andrew Tate, yeah. Impression of Vietnamese, Tetsuro Taira, being happy about the news. Welcome to the channel. I'm happy to have you here. Thank you. Welcome to Dougie's Corner. Thank you. I'm happy to have you. What's up, Mickey Ward? Good to see you, man. There's going to be a video coming out in about an hour and a half after the stream, dude. It's ready to go. I feel like this place will corrupt my innocent mind. If you're not over 18, get the fuck out of this channel. Do not be here, Noob Cake. It hurt my soul. There you go. I'm not naked. I've got a hat on. Run deep. I think John Jones's wife would KO Tate. True. You don't have to ruin your body, cunts. Just go to the gym and don't spar your head off. Yeah, well, I would rather go to the gym and lift heavy weights. M4 operator. No, too smelly, disgusting. Tate has been known to have an iffy tank when he is pressured. He is good when opponents play into his game. That does seem to be what's the go there, right? That does seem to be what the go is there. Like, if you pressure Tate, he's one of those standard rangy kickboxers. Pressure him and he will not like it. This is the way of the world, right? This is the way of rangy kickboxers. Yeah. That's just how they are. Trending. Marab versus Piotr Jan. Paddy Pimlet versus Michael Chandler. Ilya Tapuria versus Max Holloway. Jack Della Maddalena. Not fucking watching that one again. The greatest knockouts of 2025. That'll do. Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy. Thank you. Mick Ward. All right. All right. Steel sharpens steel. True. Dougie put on pants. No. It's hot. My balls are sweating. I will not put on pants. Let's look at Matt Hughes' wins. Fuck you. Never tell me to put on pants again. All right? Unbelievable. Right. Who has Matt Hughes got? Carlos Newton, who was 10-4. 10-4. That's not going in the Legends category. That's going down here. Carlos Newton, who was 10-4. Don't care. Hayuto Sakuraki was 19-1. That's really fucking impressive. 19-1 is really fucking impressive. Carlos Newton again, who was 11-5. Gil Castillo, don't care. Gil Castillo was literally 6-1, I don't care. Sean Shark, 18-1. I'll take that. I'll take an 18-1. Frank Trigg, 10-1. Now we're talking. Frank Trigg, I'll put up in the Legends category. I'll put Frank Trigg up in Legends, I think. Oh, happy to put Frank Trigg up in the Legends section. Nacho, am I wrong to put Frank Trigg there? George St. Pierre. Now that is a fucking Legends name if there ever was one. Come on, dude. That's a Legends name. Frank Trigg again. Sick. Stop it. Delete. We got Frank Trigg again. Beautiful. I like that a lot. Joe Riggs, no one cares. Royce Gracie. There we go. That's a name and a half. Fucking Royce Gracie. BJ Penn. When BJ Penn was 10-3. BJ Penn. Chris Liddell. 22-3. Chris Liddell down there. I don't know much about Chris Liddell. I ain't gonna lie, boys. Matt Serra, not a legend. Cool. All right, let me read some chats, and then we'll see what we see when we see it, Chatterton. What do we reckon? Mister? Should I call you Mister? Mister? Should I call you Mister? Mister?
Why are you gay? You are gay.
Good stuff. I'm in Norway glazing. I'm in Norway glazing, but I know Tate fucks up everyone in this chat who doesn't train. Yeah, just a level above Jim Bro, but below amateur. I agree with you, BBC Junior. I agree. Carlos Newton is a former champ and a legendary win. If you're counting O'Malley as a legendary win, will do, Nacho. Lucky. I'll put Carlos Newton in there then. This is why I need you boys here. I need the unks here. Regardless of his competition, he was a pro fighter. Yeah, that's true, but he was fighting guys who literally don't even have a tapology, let alone a record, you know what I mean? I think GSP was unbeaten when he fought Matt for the first time. He was super gamer. Andrew Tate couldn't fuck up a wet paper bag. Now we're talking. Newton is a better win than Trig. All right, thank you for letting me know, Nacho. I appreciate it, dude. What's up? Hats off. How are you, Benny? Carlos Newton was the black dude who had undies in the octagon. Always found that kind of homo. It is kind of homo. I bet only 3 models would give Tate a run for his money. I don't know what you mean by that, too, Smelly Fingers. Impression of DDP convincing Aspinall to pour bleach in his eyes to heal his Brown syndrome. Bro, what these doctors are telling you to do to get surgery is completely unnecessary. Okay, if you've got Brown syndrome, this is how we deal with it in South Africa all the time. Okay, you take the bleach, you pour it on whatever it is, and it fixes the Brown syndrome straight away. This is an old South African trick. Okay, this is very good for healing. Okay, Matt Hughes is one of my favorites. Lucky Shyla, we're doing Matt Hughes now. How are you, Shyla? What did you do to those members who crashed out on that one time? They still in the basement? I murdered them all, and I don't crash out. I'm the nicest MMA streamer there is, chat. Dougie's always in a good mood. It's happy-go-lucky Dougie's corner. Never crashes out at all. I think some people who don't train and are just athletic could beat Tate in a fight. He has like 0 cardio or footwork. No, I think he pieced them up to the body. What I've noticed from a lot of like watching people who don't know how to fight versus people who mildly know how to fight is once you know how to tuck in the body shot, a lot of amateurs, and I mean below amateurs, a lot of gym bros, people like myself, fall for getting hit with the body shot. They're so busy protecting their face that a professional knows how to just jab and tuck and just slip that body shot in there and find the liver. It's like an off switch for influencers and idiots like me. Idiots like me. Not that I'm an influencer. Talking heads that need to be checked in reality. Yeah. Why is Carlos Ulberg the chosen one? He isn't. Stop it. Militich Fighting Systems was hard to beat. It was the Pat Militich Fighting Systems. People forget, man. 3 women could beat him. Oh, there you go. I'm with you too, Smelly. I thought you meant some of the models that he was coaxing into being sex trafficked. I didn't know what you were talking about, but now I do too, Smelly, and now we're having a good time together, aren't we? Sharma is in the basement. Sharma got bitched so hard. Tate definitely caves people's head in who doesn't train. Yeah, I would agree with that. Every time Dougie lies, that red mark on his neck gets bigger. Stop it. Do you listen to the talking heads? I listen to some of them. You know, not all of them, but I listen to some of the talking heads. I'm a talking head. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legend wins. Six legend wins. Let us do this properly. Matt Hughes, you go there. 9 title wins. Survived a fucking train. 6 legends wins. I guess we have to swap it like that so it matches the formatting, I guess, that we've seemed to do for all of these. I don't know how we ended up at this formatting, but we did. George St. Pierre. Frank Trigg. Royce Gracie. Frank Trigg twice. Royce Gracie. I can't count. No, I can count. There we go. BJ Penn, Carlos Newton. These are his legendary wins. Tidy up. Space evenly, tidy up. These are his legendary wins. Beautiful, beautiful. These are the other wins of note. And let's do this. Boom. Let's do this. Boom. Nice! Ladies and gentlemen, we have got Matt Hughes. Who shall we be putting Matt Hughes against first? Betting going once, going twice, going 3 times. Who should we be putting Matt Hughes against first? Should we be putting Matt Hughes against Israel Adesanya? I think it's time to put Matt Hughes against Israel Adesanya. I think Matt Hughes versus Israel Adesanya might be the good way to go. Let's do Matt Hughes versus Israel Adesanya. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's copy Izzy. Let's do Matt Hughes versus Izzy, I think. That seems to be the way to go. Matt Hughes versus Izzy. Let's format Izzy the same way we've been formatting everyone else. And we'll see what we can do. Let me read some chats. Cardio is the biggest enemy of fighters. It's literally impossible to look decent when you can barely hold your hands up to protect yourself. I agree. And what's so annoying to me is that cardio is one of the easiest things to fix, right? Conditioning is one of the easiest things to fix. So it's insane to me seeing professional fighters gas out. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate watching professional fighters gas out so goddamn much. Sick knockout there. Almeida versus Al Hassan. What was this knockout? Oof, good one from Al Hassan over the top. Down to Almeida he goes. No, like the band Talking Heads. I've never heard of the band Talking Heads. Hats off. Brendan of DDP convincing Andrew Tate to smoke crack. Mate, you're already on the steroids and you drink this fire blood coffee. What is the point of that? You know, in South Africa, we don't even bother with the coffee because when we go out to get the coffee beans, things go wrong immediately. So instead, just take this pipe. It's a South African smoking pipe. You'll be fine. Who was the welterweight called Carlos that beat the English guy in the red with the red mohawk? The English guy with the red mohawk, I believe, was the YouTuber that everyone hates. He was fired from the UFC. His name is on the tip of my tongue. Greg Hardy! Was it Greg Hardy? No, it wasn't Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy was the... Dan Hardy! Dan Hardy. Greg Hardy was the black rapist. Greg Hardy. Yes, that was the one. Shit with names. Me too, Mick. Matt Serra doesn't count. Matt Serra is literally one of the worst champions of all time. Super Gamer. If it curves to the less like mine, we would have a legendary sword fight. Disgusting, Trollstar. Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. How many days has it been now working on this list? Many days, Mitch, but we're doing it properly. We're doing it properly. Carlos Prates, Mickey Ward. What? Impression of DDP convincing Pantoja to amputate his arm. Mate, in South Africa, we don't have hospitals or doctors. So when you've got something like that, we just chop it off. But I'm okay. It's just dislocated. Sorry, mate. Being dislocated, coming off, they're completely the same thing. We're going to have to chop it. How much do you attribute to not doing enough cardio to an adrenaline dump sapping the energy? I don't know, because I've never been in a fight. I don't know. But also, it could be the adrenaline dump, but it also could be the fact that these fighters are lazy cunts and they only go training for like 2 or 3 hours and then they sit on the couch playing Xbox. I don't know. No Bot Prates, I'm on about a year ago. Not sure what you mean. Veronica Hardy, Dan Hardy. There we go. What does the NFL and Brokeback Mountain have in common? They both have cowboys that suck. Mick is talking about Carlos Condit. There you go, Mickey Ward. Carlos Condit. The guy that beat... There you go. Nacho nailed it. Beautiful stuff. Let's look at Izzy versus Mattathan Hughes. Three or one legend wins, depending on if you count Robert Whittaker as a legend. It's either 3 legend wins or 1 legend win, depending on if you count Whittaker as a legend, which is annoying to me. Tidy this up. He has got activity. We've got to give Izzy that. We've got to give Izzy his credit for activity. Very, very active. Activity. Never ducked. Never ducked an opponent while he was champ. Took on all contenders. Doesn't have the deepest bag because he came over from K1 or Ryzen or whatever the kickboxing league was that he was in. Doesn't have the deepest bag. I think Matt Hughes is easily above Israel Adesanya. I think Matt Hughes is easily past Israel Adesanya. That's not a problem. Yeah, I think Matt Hughes has easily gone over Izzy. Matt Hughes easily surpasses Izzy, I think. So who else shall we move up against? If he passes Izzy, does he pass Chuck Liddell? Does he go against Stipe? Let's just put him straight against Stipe. Let's go all the way up and see how he goes against Stipe. Let's do Matt Hughes versus Stipe and let's see what happens. Matt Hughes versus Stipe. Oh, screwed that up. Let's do Matt Hughes versus Stipe and see what happens. What do we reckon? Matt Hughes versus Stipe. Ooh. Whoa, hang on here, chat. Hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on now. I think Matt Hughes is above Stipe too. Let me read some chats. Halfway through the video suggestion, making a lot of sense. Halfway through your video suggestion, making a lot of sense. Now, there you go, Dig. I'm happy you're enjoying it, dude. Happy you're enjoying it. Las Vegas will belong to Justin Gaethje after this masterclass coming in. All right, man. We'll see, man. It looks like he's got a lot of stuff, though, brother. We don't know. We don't know. I'm behind here. Where am I? Oh, my God. I'm so far behind. Don't worry, guys. I'll read all of your chats. Don't worry. I feel like Gaslighter DDP is a legendary character. I'm good at that one, actually, I think. Hats off. I think that's a good one. Dougie doesn't pay me the big bucks just to look sexy. It's true. I don't give him signs for nothing, boys. What does KFC and your girlfriend have in common? After you're done with the breast and the thighs, you've got a greasy box to put your bone in. That is the best one you've ever come up with too, Smelly. That one's really good. That one's really good, dude. I like that one a lot too, Smelly. That one's funny. Dougie, you should pay Nacho. You're the Dougie should pay Nacho. Dougie should pay Nacho. I'll fucking ban you, Super Gamer, if you ever say anything that dumb again. Like me paying Nacho, okay? I buy Nacho beers and give him the privilege of watching me get drunk at fight nights. All right? Las Vegas, well, we did that one. Super Gamer, I was thinking Carlos Connor. There you go. JDM better be number one. How are you, Light? Good to see you, dude. How are you, brother? I hope everything's going well with the young girlfriend that you two are building. That you were telling me that you guys have been going on dates. You've been learning to cook for her. I hope everything's been going well for you, Light MMA, brother. Halfway through, we did the one. Alex Pereira is a good win as GSP, and Whitaker is a good win as BJ Penn, upper weight class. Alex Pereira, as good as a win as GSP. And Whitaker is as good as a win as BJ Penn. Right, so we will say that they're about even. I still do think he's ahead of Izzy. Why are you live so early? Because I didn't want to go to work today because it's fucking hot. Izzy with Gyno is unstoppable, but they were all on steroids. Don't think I've seen anyone break it down this thoroughly before. Thank you, Dig. This is what we do here, mate. We take the time to get into the weeds. Because there aren't that many people on the channel to talk to. I need to rewatch that fight again. Do you think there is a chance they might make it an undisputed before they fight, or Ilya is just going to continue fucking around? It will not be undisputed. No, it won't be they'll upgrade whoever has it to the undisputed champ if Ilya Topturo hasn't sorted his shit out by, say, March. I think Matt Hughes is higher than Stipe. I think so too. Well, how are you, Super Shotgun? Good to see you, brother. I hope that you're well, dude. What's good, man? I've been thinking about watching fights. I think Justin will win. Not now. Not with the staph infection. I don't think so. Impression of DDP convincing Justin to roll around in dog poop to heal his staph infection. Brother, do you know how they came up with antibiotics in the West? Do you know how they even came up with them? Okay, it's about mixing the chemicals, right? We don't have that shit in South Africa. That's just the medical system trying to destroy you. Okay, what we're going to do instead is just have you roll around in the shit in the streets. This way you build up the antibodies. Okay, why do you think your entire body is destroyed when you take the antioxidants? What are they called? Doesn't matter. Go roll in the shit, mate. It'll be better for you. My feeling hurt. Just kidding. I think Sean Brady will be champ at 155. No chance in hell. Sean Brady hasn't got a chin. What's up, Shotgun? I've missed all the GOAT list streams. You need to run them all by me in the criteria since I'm the authority here. No, absolutely not, Super Shotgun. Your history and your knowledge is definitely needed. It's important that we have your history and your knowledge, but we've been over this, Shotgun. You're too autistic for this list. You're too autistic for this list, brother. And I love you, Shotgun. But we do need you here. I do wish you were here for more of the streams, man. 20 people watching. This is getting too mainstream for me. Oh, no, not 20 people watching. The channel might get subscribers one day. Good to see you, Badge. He doesn't have staff. He denied it. Of course he doesn't have staff. Just like BSD didn't have staff. Just like Marabi didn't have staff. I feel retarded picking Justin. I'm going with Patty. Fair. Things going great. I convinced my mum to let me train MMA. Fuck yes! Fuck yes! Come on, boys! Come on, boys! Light MMA is fully training MMA. He doesn't have to go around his mum anymore. I'll probably start within the next month or so, and me and the girl are doing awesome. A YN killing it in life. You fucking love to see it, lads. Impression of DDP convincing Bilal to give up his village to Dutch colonial settlers. Impression of DDP convincing Bilal. You know, we gotta free Palestine. You know, that's for the people. Mate. Why do you even want to be there, okay? We'll protect you from the Israelis, okay? We were able to build all of Rwanda. You know what we'll be able to do with Palestine? Give it to the Dutch, mate. Shotgun knows who's the GOAT. Shotgun can't handle this conversation. He literally can't. Shrek and Mark Sukarai are both legend wins for Hughes. I'm just going to be disagreeing with you a lot, Shotgun. No, they're not. Give the like button, Brown's disease. Give it Brown's disease. 20 people. I remember the time when there was like 10 people in chat. I know. Who is Shotgun saying is a legend? Let's have a look. We must check this, brother. Who is Shotgun saying is a legend? I bet he isn't. Sukarai. Who is this Sukarai guy? Sukarai. Where is Sukarai? Where is Sukarai on his topology? Where is Sukarai on his topology? Who the fuck is Shotgun even talking about? Who the fuck is Sukarai? This legend that no one's ever heard of fucking ever. Who the fuck is this Sukarai cunt? This is the problem with Shotgun. Sakurai. Who the fuck is this guy? This fucking legend that no one's ever heard of ever. Hagio Sukarai, 19-1. Hagio Sukarai, 19-1. Yeah, no, I'm not putting him in the legends. No. No, I'm not. I put him in notable wins. I put him in notable wins, not legendary wins. Get fucked. Alright, where am I up to? What was I up to? There it is. All right, thank God. There, God. 20 people. I remember when there was like 10 people in the chat. I know. Did you see the natives that have been fighting each other with sticks for like 5 days in Western Australia? Get the fuck out of here. No way. God, I love Western Australia. He doesn't have staff. It's just a cigarette burn on his neck. Of course he doesn't have staff. I'm studying for... I don't know what that is. As of today, so I'll be joining the military. Welcome to going to war for Israel, Super Gamer. Enjoy the wars, brother. Sukarai was pound for pound number one. Shrek was lightweight champ, 35-4, with the only loss to Prime Hughes, GSP, Prime Pen, Frankie Edgar. Thank you, Shotgun, for your knowledge. I appreciate it, mate. Impression of DDP. Where am I up to? Impression of DDP convincing the American Navy to take the day off in Pearl Harbor that Japan would never attack. But boys, take the day off, okay? No one's going to attack. Japan is a small island. The war, it's essentially grinding to a halt. Don't worry about it. We've received news. Everything is going to be okay. Laugh my ass off for calling Sean Shook a legendary win. I know everyone is a legend to Shotgun. Time to shave my chest and balls to look fresh for the hose. That's what I said today. Here we go. Shotgun says... Sukarai was literally the pound for pound number one in the world. How can you be number one on the pound for pound list and not be a legendary win? Thank you, Shotgun, for your input, brother. Have you made any money off your channel yet? A little bit, but not really worth mentioning. Like, it's not a lot. I made no money over January and December, but during the year was an okay. It wasn't a wage. It wasn't even worth the time, to be honest. When you look at all the hours you put into it. No. Essentially, no, I've not made any money off YouTube. People forget, man. Pocket boxing. Name me another fighter who achieved pound for pound status and not considered a legend. Thank you, Shotgun, for your input. Stipe survived Cyril Gahn level eye gouging and had surgery. Thank you, Nacho, for re-upping your membership, dude. I appreciate you, man. Stipe survived Cyril Gane level eye gouging, had surgery, lost a year of fighting, and did not complain. When he touched DC's eyes, we never heard the end of it. Yeah, not all eye pokes are the same, Badge. Some people get poked in the eye and they're fine. Some people get poked in the eye and they have Brown's disease. The eyes are a very delicate thing. Before the pocket boxing meme was Indian boxing, only Dougie OGs remember the Indian boxing. The Indian boxing meme. My lord, do we remember. If you don't give Dougie 2/3 of your hypes every week, you're a piece of shit. I give him 3 out of 3, all in. Thank you, Darklight. You're a legend, man. I appreciate you. Dougie thinks MMA was invented with Conor McGregor. Not true. I've actually brought that up. We're not going off the whole Lucas Tracy fallacy. I've actually been fighting very hard for some of the old legends. I've been mentioning that plenty. I've been mentioning that. I don't give a fuck about Sakurai. No one knows who he is. You think he's a legend. Good for you, Shotgun. I'm happy for you, mate. Where am I up to? Here I am. Where am I up to? Where am I up to? Where am I up to? There it is. Dougie thinks that, there we are. Got to the rules section. Very eye-opening. Thank you, Digger. I'm happy you're enjoying the video, man. You have 50-year-old Royce in a legends list and not Shirk. I know, Shotgun. It's crazy, man. Jean-Claude Van Damme, a 3-time world Kumite champion. Where is he on your... I know, he should be a legend too. Rousey and Holm fought in Melbourne. Did you attend that shit? I did not attend that shit. No. No, I did not attend that shit. But yeah, they did fight in Melbourne. One of the biggest crowds for the UFC ever. Where is the undefeated GOAT Chael Sonnen? He doesn't even get close to the list. You're hilarious. Thank you, Darklight. I appreciate it. I've made $0 in 2 years. Yeah, I've made, like, money's been made, but money hasn't been made. You know? Like, dollars have been made, but it's not worth. You'd laugh at it if you thought it was a wage. Matt Hughes versus Royce was the original John Jones versus Stipe. The original John Jones versus Stipe. And I put John Jones on Stipe's thing. Look, I put that on there as well. Funnily enough that you bring that up. Took a round off John Jones while he was in his 40s. You know? And I'll put Stipe on Jones's when I get to Stipe. Craziness. Crazy, 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 brother. Matt Hughes surviving a train puts him ahead of Stipe in my opinion. I mean, he survived a fucking train. Including it as a legendary win. I love Royce, but come on. Well, you know, that's why we have different opinions, Shocker. That's the world, brother. 650 videos. That's why I'm moving my channel to Roku. All right. Good luck, Darklight. I hope it works out for you, man. I'm excited to see how the change goes for you, dude. Bring up BJ's criteria list. Bring up BJ Penn's criteria. Where's BJ Penn? There's BJ Penn. There you go. There's BJ Penn. You can crash out at that as well, because I'm sure you'll have like 1,000 obscure legends that no one's ever heard of. There's BJ Penn for you, brother. Matt Hughes surviving the train is better than Francis running over a girl with a motorcycle. Well, obviously it's better. He survived. Dirty Frenchman with his toxic fingers. I know. I disagree, Super Gamer. At least Francis mangled. Oh, right. I'm not reading all of that. No. JCVD beat the brick, but I don't know what we're talking about. Impression of Bryce somehow being the first person to actually fail an IQ test, totally baffling the psychologist. Mr. Mitchell, I don't know what to tell you, but your IQ is less than 0. I don't need IQ, brother. I got discernment. Yeah. Who needs the IQ when I got me the Bible? See you later, Dougie. I'll be here for more streams. See you later, MMA. Good luck with your awesome life. I'm happy to hear how it's going. It's bedtime for an old fart like me. See you, Mickey Ward. Love you, Mickey Ward. You can watch the video tomorrow, brother. I appreciate you, dude. Where are we at? Shotgun's here. Where is going to a competitive decision with Machida at heavyweight on BJ's list? That's insane. This is why I need you. Now you've got me intrigued, Shotgun. Now we're talking. Shotgun. Shotgun, now you've tickled me, mate. This is what we're talking about. I hate you so fucking much, Shotgun. I fucking hate you so much. I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Do you do this on purpose? I don't think you do this. I've got to be calm. Be calm. Be calm. He's retarded. You're speaking to retarded people. He's retarded. Be nice. Be nice, Dougie. Be nice. He's retarded. You're speaking to retarded people. Be nice. Okay, for the 100th time. For the 100th time. For the 1000th time. In the UFC. In the UFC. BJ Penn fought Lyoto Machida at K1. At K1. I've said it so many times. I know. That's why I'm trying to be calm with you, Shotgun, because you're literally too autistic for this list. I get it. I know, Shotgun. It's okay. I'm sorry too. I know. It's okay. We'll get through this together. Do you have anything of relevance for BJ Penn in the UFC? And for fuck's sake, please don't say some obscure Japanese fighter. Do you have anything that you would like to add to BJ Penn's? Take a deep. I'll be fine. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. Cut some slack for Shotgun. I do. I love Shotgun. Shotgun's important. But he gets so deep. It's his superpower. He knows literally everything about this sport. Dougie must have forgot about Prime Gomi. He had insane pocket boxing and even an Indian boxing title. Okay. Oy, oy, oy. Takayami Gomi. Is this the one that you're talking about? Is this who you're talking about? Takiori Gomi? Is this who you're talking about? Takiori Gomi? Takiori Gomi, is this who you're talking about? Again, this wasn't in the UFC. This wasn't in the UFC. It was outside of the UFC. Pardon, Blessed is in my top 10. Good for you, Terry Towelhead. No worries, brother. Blessed can be in your where did we put Blessed? Blessed so far is sitting at 11, 12, 13. But things are going to move around. Things are going to move around. Let me read some chats. Why are you naked? It's 40 degrees Celsius in Australia. It was like 20 degrees last night. It's been boiling. Dougie must have forgot about Prime Gomi. We had that one. You know what? Prime Gomi is the GOAT. Dougie just poured up straight whiskey. I did, mate. Pulver was the UFC champ and fought for the WEC title. Dennis Pulver. Where is me Dennis Pulver? Dennis Pulver. Let's have a look at Dennis Pulver. Jens Pulver, not Dennis Pulver. Jens Pulver. Jens Pulver. 21-7 when he fought fucking BJ Penn. 21-7. 6-2 in the UFC. Was a WEC champion. I don't see a UFC championship on Jens Pulver. Oh, here we go. BJ Penn, Dennis Helmet. Here we go. Carl Luna. I'm with you. 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 I'm not putting it as a legendary win, Shotgun. I'm not putting Janice Pulver as a legendary win. I'll put it as a notable win, but I'm not putting it as a legendary win for BJ Penn. But he's a champion. I don't care. I'm not putting Matt Serra as a legendary win just because he was a champion. I don't care. You've actually got to be someone. Janice Pulver, I don't give a... I've already got Janice Pulver there. God fucking damn it. A waste of time. I got locked out of the Discord because my computer has AIDS. I want to post some links in the Discord, but I got locked out. Try it on your phone. Shocker. Try it on your phone. By the way, Dougie, I don't know what you're saying. Jesus Christ, I was 12 minutes behind and I didn't even notice. Well, it's a slow-moving stream today, Justin Kennedy. 10 minutes, 12 minutes. It's not that big of a deal. Excuse me, chat. Bruce made Dougie so mad. Someone clip it into the Discord or Eric. Bruce made Dougie so mad. Bruce Wayne? But you have Uno as a legendary win? I do. It makes no sense. I know. It's fun, isn't it? Impression of Beanie Dougie fanboying over Prime going, Takiani Guri, man. You don't even know. You gotta be a real hardcore, man. You gotta be a real hardcore. Janice Pulver also trained under Pat Miletich. There you go. Matt Serra beat GSP. I don't give a fuck about Matt Serra. But you have... Where am I? Stay in front of me, screen. But you have Uno as a legendary win, but not Janice Pulver as only notable. I know, it's fun, isn't it? I'm so ready for Bully Dougie's whiskey arc. We won't get that drunk, mate. Since Dean Thomas beat Janice Pulver and he was 12-1 when he fought BJ, should we put him as a notable win for BJ? Dean Thomas? No, we shouldn't. Carl Uno's greatest MMA achievement is being the first MMA fighter sponsored by Nike. There you go. Where's Chuck Norris on this list? I know. Dougie, you missed on my impression request about DDP. Can you go up and read it? Okay, hats off. What is your impression request about DDP? Dougie must forgot about Prime Gomi. It's literally Prime Gomi, Prime Gomi, Prime Gomi. Impression of DDP convincing Chopper Reed to give up crime and embrace life with Christ and Christianity. Brother, you know you're going to be dead soon, okay? And this life on this earth, it's completely limited, okay? Give up the sword and pick up the cross, sir. There you go, mate. Dougie, your logic makes no sense. Thank you, Shotgun. I appreciate it, mate. Do you hate Matt Serra because he trains Aljo and Marab? No, I don't hate Matt Serra. I just think Matt Serra is dog shit and was never very good, and he won the belt via fluke, so I'm not putting him on legends or notables. He was literally on a version of Tough where, like, you had to fight to get back into the UFC. Matt Serra sat on a bully on camera at a cafe. His best win after that was GSP. There you go. A rattlesnake once bit Shaq Norris after 3 days of withering in pain and the snake died. That's how fucking poisonous rattlesnakes is. Uno literally lost to Pulver in the UFC. Thank you, Shotgun. Scream it again, dude. It's pronounced Dean Thomas. I know, but I say Dean Thomas. Chuck Norris does not do push-ups. He pushes the world down. Now we're talking. Take that, fucking Norris. Shotgun, we aren't here for regular logic. We're here for the corner logic. Exactly. There you go. I'm putting him above Stipe. I'm putting Matt Hughes above Stipe. Ooh, we get to the BJ Penn. Matt Hughes, BJ Penn. Okay. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Matt Hughes, BJ Penn. So I think Matt Hughes sits... I think then Matt Hughes is going to sit behind BJ Penn, I reckon. How much stock do you put on a 2-division champ fighting at all the weight classes versus a guy holding down his division forever? Oof. Oh, yeah. Hang on a second. He goes above BJ, right? He goes above BJ Penn. He goes there. There. Let me read some chats. I know chat's going to be spazzing out. Where am I up to? Prime Diego and Prime Florian are also decent wins for BJ. Thank you, Shotgun. Appreciate it. Can Bully Dougie say, what are you going to do about it? Cry? I'm going to put some dirt in your eye. What are you going to do about it? You going to cry? People laugh at Diego now, but in 2009, Shredder Juiced Up version was a fucking marauder. Good work on the UFC not being a sport video. Came at it with thorough and objective view, essentially pulling back the curtain, revealing the inner workings of the illusion that is the UFC. I'm happy that you liked it, Digger. I appreciate it, man. I thought you'd enjoy that video. Your mind seemed to be asking for a video like that, dude. If you wear a shirt in Australia recently, it turns to sweat in 5 minutes. That's why I don't even bother putting one on, mate. It's too fucking hot. Don't put Max Holloway up there, leave him where he is. I think you could put Max Holloway and Matt Hughes up against each other. Hughes might overtake Holloway. I think Hughes could overtake Holloway. Anthony Pettis, Jose, stop. Hang on a second. Anthony Pettis, Gaethje, Aldo, Poirier, Frankie Edgar. Why have I got 6 legend wins? 1, 2. Why have I got 6 legend wins? Should be 5 legend wins. Whoa! Chat! I think he's overtaking Holloway. Don't let Hughes take away from Holloway. Dude, Hughes is argue with that. Hughes overtakes Holloway. GSP as a win just stands head and shoulders above Aldo, I think. I think so. Yes, we get it, Shotgun. You love Sakurai. No one cares about Sakurai, Shotgun, but thank you, brother. Say his name again. Hughes over Holloway. The Blessed Express couldn't take Hughes off the tracks. Dude! Not even Holloway. He's gone past the Holloway gate. He's smashed through the Holloway gate. Holy shit. How far is he going? How far can Matt Hughes take this, boys? Do we put him up against Randy? Do we just send him straight to the top? Where's Randy Couture? I think we just send him straight to the top, right up against Randy. Hang on. Have I already done Randy Couture better? Yeah, there we go. There's Randy Couture there. Let's send him just straight to the top. Hang on a second. Hold on now, chat. Hold on now. Hang on now. Let me just format this the same way we've been doing it. 10 title wins, 2 weight classes, 9 legend wins. Won back the original title at an old age is a thing of note. Won the second belt against Prime Tito is a thing of note. Marie's legend wins. Hang on a second. Let me just do this properly, chat, so they all match up. Tito, Chuck. Tito, Chuck. I don't remember. Was it Vitor? Mark Coleman. Pedro Izzo. People forget, man. I think that's how we did it, right? I think that's how we did it. If I remember. I'll read your chats in a second. Hang on, I can see the chat spurging out. 1 second. 1 second, Spurgs. I can see you. Chill the fuck out, chat. I'll be there in a second, chat. Hang on, chat. Whoa! Okay. No, I don't think he overtakes him. Right, where am I up to? Lucky I highlighted where I was at. Fucking hell, where was I? Matt Hughes. Hughes over Holloway easily. The Blessed Express couldn't take Hughes off the track. There we are. 6 legend wins because he won in my heart. How about little baby oil? Stop at MMA, Johnny. Where am I up to for time? Beautiful. Dougie, can you make me a mod temporarily so I can post the links in the chat? Discord is not working. Shotgun, I don't know if you can be trusted with that. You don't follow direction very well, Shotgun. How about you send me, you can DM me a link on Instagram, or you can send me a link on X, Shotgun, because you don't follow it. I've told you 7 times that it's UFC only, and you can't stick to it. So I'm not going to lie, Shotgun. I'm wary of trusting you with the mod status. I sleep in a hammock when it's cold as fuck or raining. Never slept so good. I sleep in a hammock when it's not cold as fuck or raining. Oh, hammocks are fucking great. I love hammocks. Wow, the train joke. Nothing wrong with the train joke. The Hughes train doesn't stop exactly. Nacho, that's actually a generational comment. Hughes over Holloway easily. The Brest Express couldn't take Hughes off the train. I get it, right. Nacho, that's actually generational. There you are. Dougie, last year I put it on Rose versus Color 2 when it was live. All my friends fell asleep. I thought it was a pretty good fight. Insanity. It smashes through everyone, including Hughes. Stop. The heat is stacked. Crikey, it's fucking hot. It is fucking hot. I think only Anderson can be above him at this point. There you go. Matt Hughes is way better than the Bum Express Max. Okay. I also went into Buffalo Wild Wings to watch UFC 322. Everyone walked out at the main event, so I thought the fight was pretty good. Stop it, okay? Stop it with these terrible takes, Super Shotgun. 45-year-old Randy coming out of retirement, beating Silva while being outweighed is seriously fucking underrated. It is seriously fucking underrated, Shotgun. I can't agree with you more on that. That is true, Shotgun. You are right. To refresh my memory, the circumstances around the title fight, or just the win over the name? No, the circumstances absolutely matter. That's why I've got things like won back the original title at an old age, won the second belt moving down. You know, next to Ilya, I've pointed out that he has actually slept Max Holloway, and Max Holloway was, you know, considered unsleepable. So yeah, no, these circumstances matter. The little nuances do matter as well. Max sucks, the 90% of the... If Max sucks, then 90% of the 8 of the roster is slurp it. Yeah, Max is good. Max is good. The tension in the air is palpable. This is a high-stakes game. We're at the business ends now, boys. Fucking Struth, cunt. I think Dana's take on Usman being the welterweight GOAT is pretty retarded. I think it's more retarded the time when Joe Rogan said Jorge would beat GSP. Yeah, it's fucking insane. It's just Dana White wanting to always put the modern fighters ahead of you and bury the old fighters. It makes people like Shotgun go insane. I will be good. Why don't you just DM it to me, brother? Why don't you just DM it to me on Instagram? Randomer nearly broke Fedor's neck. That got him fucked up. Oh my God. Ain't no party like a Dougie party. Well, Diddy parties. Dougie had a Diddy party? Now we're talking. Prison of Evil Dougie being scared of Prime Gomi is the one man Evil Dougie is scared of. Fucking no one scares me, cunt. What about Takanami Gomi? That man actually does scare me, cunt. I'm the most useless mod, don't believe in rules. Nacho is the best mod because he does nothing. That's what makes a good mod a good mod. I don't think I can put Hughes above of Randy Couture. I think Randy Couture holds it down. I think Randy holds down the top spot. Which means we have Hughes versus Volk. Volk must defend. It's time for Volk to defend. Volk must defend his spot now. And I don't think Volk is going to be able to defend against Hughes. I think Hughes is going to win this. But let us see. Let's play the game, chat. Let's see. Let's see. Put TKZ down there. TKZ down there. Put Yair down there. Brian goes down there. Let's tidy that up. Let's Ready them up. Right. Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Randy is above Hughes. Randy is above Hughes. Where I'm up to, I'll get to everyone going. Dougie, your wife's in me DMs. Dougie, why do you hate my takes? I think my takes are pretty good. Well, they're not. I tell you why they're not good. They're bad takes, Super Gamer. Rose versus Carla 2 is the second worst fight in UFC history. First is Derek Lewis versus Francis Ngannou. I think Rose versus Carla 2 is the worst fight in UFC history because it goes for longer. I think my name's Dougie. I'm a fucking retard that doesn't know how to talk. I think, what have I been saying? That Ngannou versus Derek Lewis isn't as bad because it doesn't go as long. Randy is above Hughes. The Hughes train has reached its final destination at the Randy train station. Can you fry the train and should you get extra points? You should. The train terminates here. There you go. Volk fought Old Man Zombie for a title defense. I know. Dana checked out 4 years ago. He did. Once TKA bought the UFC, Dana has been doing this as a side job ever since. I completely agree. Dark Light Delirium. Dougie, what's your favorite Dougie's Corner meme? Ooh, that's a good one. The Crash, the Cousins one is pretty funny. Yeah. Volk beat Brian Ortega. Volk beat Brian. Volk did beat Brian. Dougie, I think we should take this up to the high courts of Congress to vote. No, they are corrupted. Piss is stored in the balls. That is a funny one as well. Piss is stored in the balls is a good one. Dana tried to bury Randy, but we will never forget. Dana did try and bury Randy. This is true. With great power comes great responsibility, like piss being stored in the balls. Why did the UFC try to erase Randy Couture? Because he's old, and the old age doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the modern era fighter. With great pride comes Tashi Gormy. Where is Chad Mendes? Yeah, Chad Mendes is a notable name. I'll give you that. For sure. That's notable. Not exactly legendary, but... I'll give you Chad. I'll chuck you. I'll give you a Chad Mendes, bro. I'll chuck you in a Chad Mendes, bro. We'll do a Chad Mendes. I'll give Volk one of them, mate. We'll give him a Volk one of them, dude. Volk doesn't beat Hughes. Dude, Hughes comes in and smashes through Volk. Kimbo Slice versus Houston Alexander is the worst fight in UFC history. Oh, okay, there you go. Isn't that the one where he just lay on Kimbo the entire time? That's the one, right? The longer the fight is, the better. See, this is why your takes are bad, Super Gamer. Hughes thought they meant something different when they said run a train on him. To go to with historical welterweight rankings and tell me what you see. No, I don't care about this weird Japanese guy. I don't care. Because Couture fought for higher pay. That's what they all want. The UFC heavyweight champion always does that. Frog Doug drinking wine on the beach reading Game of Thrones is the goated meme. There you go. Dana hates Randy. Dana does hate Randy. Prime Mendes gave Prime Eldo the fight of his life. Would easily be a top 5 today. He would. I could agree with that. Yeah, for sure. Indian boxing memes. I hate the Indian boxing one. That's Royal Nelson, Kimbo, and Houston gassed out after 2 minutes and stood across. Oh, right. Fair enough. I'm literally giving you proof and you act like you don't care. I thought that was the whole point of these streams. I don't care about some... Jesus Christ in heaven! This game reminds me of where Jorinzo and Crazy Horse smash the live. It's intense. Thank you so much. Imavail Kovsky. Imavail Kovsky. Thank you so much for the $10, man. I really appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the $10, Emmanuel. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you. Emmanuel Vaila Kovsky. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the tenner. This game reminds me of when Jorinzo Crazy Horse live and intense. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, man. Islam would be there too. Volk beat him. Islam should be there too. We'll get to Islam. We will get to Islam. Don't worry about Islam Makhachev. I enjoyed the Kimbo versus Houston fight. I thought it was entertaining because of how much they gassed out. The Japanese guy is very dishonorable. No, I've got the Japanese guy. He's right there. Just Shotgun wants me to count him as a legend. I don't know who he is. No one knows who he is. He's not a legend of the UFC. He's there as a notable win. He's not a legend. No, Dougie. Dana tried to erase Randy because he's the one that initiated the class. Oh, right. He's the one that got the class action going. There's extra hate for Randy. There you go. I always thought Dana just hated Randy because Dana always hates the heavyweight champion of the world. Always. Because the heavyweight champion of the world wants to get paid, you know, like a boxer or an NFL athlete or something. And Dana's always like, no. How can you tell if a Mexican has been on your computer? It's missing. Your computer's gone. They took it. Time for a dono dance. There you go. Amir Khan, the Indian boxer, was a champion. Literally made up record. If I was a bad mod, I would time out anyone who says Volk beat Islam. There you go, mate. Dougie, this is why you love listening to my takes. I hate your takes. No, he hates Randy because Randy tried to leave the UFC as a heavyweight champion to fight Fedor. That was the whole thing as well. There you go. There's another reason he hates Randy. There's a lot of reasons he fucking hates Randy by the look of it. Can we vote if Prime... Oh, thank you, Nacho, for gifting a membership. Yeah, buddy. On you, buddy. Nacho. Good on you, mate. You're a bloody legend, mate. Good on you, brother. Thank you so much for gifting a membership, Nacho. Woo. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it too. Boom. There we go. Yeah. Sitting Bull and Chemo Survey live in I don't know what you're saying, but I appreciate the $10 very much, Emmanuel. Thank you so much, dude. Sitting Bull and Chemo Survey live intense. I don't know what you're saying, but you're a great man, and thank you. They should pay MMA athletes like boxers and NFL guys to put their bodies on the lives of the line. No, they shouldn't, Junior. No, they should not. Randy also wouldn't sign his likeness to Dana for the UFC game and was in the Era MMA game, which Dana fucking hated. The EA MMA game that tried to outdo the UFC game. Yes, I'm aware of this. I'm aware of the debacle that was EA versus the UFC game. Man, he fucking hates Randy Couture. How are you, Nathan? Good to see you. Greetings from Melbourne, Australia. I hope it's nice and cool there. We're boiling our ball sacks off here, Nathan. Matt Hughes beats fucking Volk. Insane. Matt Hughes has actually pushed Volk down. I didn't think we would get here, but we have gotten here. Matt Hughes pushes Volk down the GOAT list. Craziness. Do I make you randy, baby? Do I? Go on. Do I, baby? Do I make you horny? Do I? Well done to Mattathan Hughes. Another member has been inducted into the Dougie's Corner GOAT list. Thank you, MMA Dinger, for joining the membership, brother. I appreciate you. Wow, chat. I said wow. I said wow. Oh my God, another one is in. Gentlemen, I give to you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 names left, and there are 11 spots left on the GOAT list. I don't think Dan Henderson is going to hold his spot, just between you and me, guys. Very, very interesting stuff here, chat. Very interesting stuff that we've done. It's been an hour and a half. I'm going to start wrapping it up, but don't go anywhere, chat, you cheeky dogs. Don't go anywhere, you cheeky young members of the chat, because I've got a video. If you're not done listening to me yap about MMA, oh boy, have I got good news for you. I've made a video about me yapping about MMA, which is going to be on right after this stream, Chatterton. So don't you go anywhere. Let me read the last of the chats, and then I'll drop the link. Where am I up to? Randy also wouldn't sign it. We did that one. It was actually a pretty good game. The EA MMA game, yeah, apparently it was better than UFC's one. I only do the Trump dance recently. I only did the Trump dance recently. Yeah, I'm not doing the Trump dance. I'm doing the fat guy in the crowd when Alistair Overeem got knocked out dance. That was a great dance. Hughes overtakes Volk. Big moves happening here. Use the sticks to strike a fight like a fight night. You use the sticks to strike like fight night. Oh, that's sick. Do I make you Randy, baby? This list is tough to assemble. It's a hard list to do. Randy wanted to fight Fedor, but Dana did not want that because Fedor was not in the UFC. This is true. Dana tried to get Fedor in the UFC on an island. Apparently it didn't go well. Show me the Dan Henderson criteria. We'll quickly do, but no. Because you crashed out. We've done this. We've done this. We've actually already done this, Shotgun. You and I have looked at the Hendo thing, and you started going off about Hendo, and then I once again told you UFC only, and you got upset. We've literally done this, Shotgun. On this list, we've literally done it. Nacho, back me up here. When we brought up Hendo, we argued about it not being how about she didn't do much in the UFC. In the UFC, you're going to talk about pride, you're going to talk about fucking strike, you're going to talk about all this shit, and you're not going to talk about in the UFC. The UFC fighters don't have company-sponsored insurance. It's fucking crazy and proof that they don't care about their fighters. They shouldn't. Dana hates it when a fighter... Thank you for another $10. I made a joke. The GOAT game is intense. It's intense. Native Americans lived intense, therefore it's intense. Thank you for clearing that up, Emmanuel. I really appreciate it, man. Dude, thank you for the $20. That's a lot of money, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Strikeforce is UFC, Super Pride is UFC. They're not. I understand the UFC bought them, but we're not counting them. Thank you for the $20, man. Holy shit. That's a lot of money. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate it, Emmanuel. Thank you very much, man. Dan Hendo feels like he's made of wood, and I'd love to feel Dan Hendo. Dana tried to sign Fedor, but his manager was a fuckstick and said he'd only do it if he could co-promote. Yeah, fuck that. MMA Digger, what's up, mate? There you go. Last couple of months have been gifted, so cheers for those. Thank you, Digger. I appreciate it, man. Dougie, shout out to your body waxer. He had a major job to do. It's not that hard to do. Doesn't count in case I was there. I am the inspector. You do include UFC 17 heavyweight tournament win. Did you at least include his UFC 17 tournament win? I think we did. Yes, I think we did. You know what? Henderson isn't even down here anymore because it was that shit what he did in the UFC. He's honestly not even down here anymore because what he did was that shit in the UFC. We just chucked him in as a joke, just to be honorable. Yeah, I don't even think we have one of these for Hendo. Because when you look at what Hendo did in the UFC, it's fuck and all. Yeah. We made it and then we just got rid of it. Because Hendo in the UFC is not a lot. Yeah. Yeah. This is true, brother. This is true. Shotgun's getting dementia. That's all good. We all got that. Shotgun is the inspector on the Hughes train, and Dougie didn't buy a train ticket, and the train isn't on the tracks. It's just barreling through the open fields. Poor Matt Hughes. What would you rather listen to, MMA Joey takes or my takes? They're about the same thing, to be honest, mate. Dougie. Oh, Dougie, that was funny. What would you rather listen to? MMA Joey takes or my takes? They're the same thing. Dougie said they're the same thing. Oh, Lord have mercy. Strikeforce was indeed better, proven when all their champions beat the UFC champs when the UFC bought them. True. You can purchase a dolly, which is $20 worth of herb. Thanks, brother. I don't smoke weed, but I'll get myself I'll get myself a beer at a pub. It's 16 Australian dollars. So thank you for buying me a beer. We definitely made that one. We did, but we ended up removing it. So then remove Hendo. No, Hendo is a placekeeper out of respect. $20 is more than Dougie's ever made on the videos. It's true. So when are we putting Volk at 3? Volk is going all the way to the top. I still can't believe Dougie didn't wear a shirt at Bilal's request. He does that. Austin Power memes are S tier. They are good. I'm on 2 weeks sober off weed after 25 years of smoking. It's fucking my lungs up. I gotta quit. Good luck to you, Darklight. Please just try chewables, edibles, you know. UFC 17 tournament winner, beating Bisping, Franklin, Ugara, Shotgun. These are all happened in the UFC. Thank you, Super Shotgun. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you, dude. The most dangerous unk in the UFC is the uncrowned light heavyweight champ, Yuri. He still did some good shit in the UFC, just did more elsewhere. Yeah, I know. I just don't think by the time this list is completed, he'll even make the top 30. Honestly, Shotgun, I think Hendo did do a lot of good shit, which is why I've got him here out of respect. But when you start to really stack that, same with Lawler as well. Lawler, when you really start to stack things up the way that we have been stacking things up, I don't know how long Lawler and Hendo are going to be able to hold it down, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll certainly play with the list some more. I'm out of here, chat. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll take the green over the grog any day. No judgment here, though. Each to their own, Dig. Let's us enjoy our own vices. But, yeah, all good, man. 6 weeks without UFC made Dougie look homeless. It did. I'm done. I've got nothing left. Also had a close decision with the Prime Rampage in the UFC to unify the UFC and the Pride titles. There you go. Thank you. $20 is what Doug spends on chest waxing. Okay. So does the GOAT list include fighters that get popped? Obviously, they've all popped. I heard MML Joey yells Allahu Akbar as he enters McDonald's. Okay. Darklight, I've also quit smoking weed recently, but using edibles and oils to the great effect. There you go. Hendo UFC resume is better than Marty fake Usman's. Ooh. You know what, Shotgun? Legit, happy to bring that up next time and do a Hendo versus Usman head-to-head. No joke, no bullshit. Happy to do that next time. Bring up Hendo and do it at Usman versus Hendo head-to-head. But Dougie, here's the thing. I'm not biased for the Muslim fighters unlike Joey. Neither is Joey. Just ask him. Dry herd vapes are good. There you go. There you go. Shotgun talking about losses now. Definitely time to end the stream. I know. It was a close loss. It was a close loss. Go watch my video. I'm leaving. I'm going to go and jump in the water. Catch ya, Adley! Oi, Emmanuel, not immunity. Emmanuel, thank you for the $20. Shotgun, thank you for the lively debate. Please don't leave the channel. I do love you, Shotgun, even though we argue with each other. Look at me and Nacho. All we do is argue with each other. Bilal, take a good look at the top of this chest. You asked for it. Don Calamari, stay cool in Perth. I can't even fucking imagine how hot it's going to be in Perth today. And all Milesy brothers, take it easy. Stay out of the heat. Check on your parents. I will. Check on your parents if they're overage. Goodbye, chat! I appreciate all of you. Best chat in the world. I'll see you guys later. How could Hendo beat Usman when he didn't even hold a belt? That's true. Hendo didn't even have a fucking belt. What am I talking about? Why do I let Shotgun play with my thoughts like this? Didn't even win a fucking belt in the UFC. What the fuck am I talking about? Thank you, Nacho. I needed that. I know Dougie is running scared, refusing to check those Fighter Matrix rankings. I'm not running scared. It's been an hour and a half, and I've literally been doing this for days and days and days and days and days and days and days. Put on a shirt next stream. Depends on the weather. See you guys. Goodbye. Appreciate all of you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.